Hey, this is Dale with DC Calls. I'm making this video just to answer a question that I get asked often. A lot of guys say they have smaller pallets, they have problems running calls. I'm going to give you a couple tips. A lot of guys say my calls are easier to run. That's not what this is about. If you have a favorite call, there's lots of good call makers out there, and these tips will help you run the calls you have a little bit easier. I have a smaller pallet, not as small as some, but I do. And this is stuff I've done over the years to help myself. The first thing is I look for calls with soft tape. The softer the tape, to me, the easier the call is to run when you have a small pallet, because that tape loosens up, gets wet, and forms to the top of your mouth. The second thing is bend your call. There's some fabrication out there that bending the call changes the sound. It may, but if you bend it and you run it better, then boom, it's a win-win. I bend my calls, I always have, with an aluminum frame. So when I get a call that's flat, it's uncomfortable, I take my thumb and I take the call and I rest it like this on my thumb, and then I push up in the back of the horseshoe and push down on the sides with my fingers. And I don't know how well you can see it, but that call has a slight hump in it. Now, I don't get real drastic with it. You can go deeper than that, but it helps fit the roof of my mouth. Another thing that you can do that helps, you got to think your mouth is skinnier in the front typically and widens towards the back, and some people have a high arch, so bending it will help get in the arch. The other thing you can do is take your call and the 45s that come from the tape cutter, cut them more straight like that, and you can play with your angle. Cut them like that, and what that will do is that leaves the tape in the back to seal, but that skinnies up the front where you're trying to fit that call in the front of your mouth. So that will also help. A fourth thing, which I didn't mention, when everybody describes mouth calls, they say you want to put it in and put it on the roof of your mouth. It doesn't have to be square. It just has to fit and seal. When I put my call in, it's all cattywampus. It doesn't sit straight like this. It sits like this. I run side cuts the best, right cuts, and probably has to do with the fact the call sits in my mouth cattywampus and it goes over it. But it fits, and that's what you want. So try those four things. Find a call with a soft tape, bend the frame, trim the tape, and don't be afraid to let it sit cattywampus. I hope this helps you. Like I said, this isn't about selling my calls. People ask me, I want to help guys out. If you got a favorite call, you can try these things to make it better for you. Appreciate it.